pain-free gaming life across every genre. Life simulation game, the grim reality of parenting versus the perfect healing of in-game parenting. Episode 5.
11 Uhr morgens.
The office air was thick and murky with the stench of instant coffee and Manager Park's hysteria. The clock in the bottom right corner of my monitor was clearly broken. Every minute and second flowed as slowly as an eternity. No, Assistant Manager Kim. Did you see the news? The birth rate has dropped below 0.6. What's going on with this country? It's because you young people aren't having kids that there's no one to pay for my pension. Manager Park ranted, spitting on his monitor. His logic was a miraculous syllogism. 1. The pension fund is drying up. 2. You aren't having kids, so there's a lack of future suckers. 3. Therefore, unmarried Assistant Manager Kim, you are a traitor to the nation. I activated my soulless skill and nodded mechanically. Ah yes. You're absolutely right, Manager. It really is a big problem. In my day, even if we lived in a single-room rental, having 2 or 3 kids was the standard. Coming home and bathing the kids after work, that's what makes life worth living. Kids these days are too calculating. Look at Choi from the next team. Even as a working mom, look how tough she is. That's a real adult. Manager Park's blunt finger pointed to where the real adult, Manager Choi, sat looking like a zombie. A dried grain of rice, likely a remnant of the morning's daycare battle, was stuck in her greasy hair. A post-it note saying, Pediatrician Waitlist number 24, fluttered like a talisman on her monitor. When I bumped into her in the pantry earlier, she threw out the words, I want to die, as casually as if asking, have you eaten? She hadn't slept a wink because the baby had a high fever, but she still had to prepare a birthday feast for her mother-in-law today. Behind her back, it felt as though a red warning icon for status abnormality, energy depleted / mental crumbled, was blinking ominously. Even when she stepped away, the department head clicked his tongue. Moms are the problem. They're always looking for excuses to use their kids to leave on time. Even Manager Park, who was just saying that having kids is patriotic, chimed in, saying, exactly, kids these days have no hungry spirit. Wow, is that an adult's life? To be treated like a criminal like that. I clenched my fists under the desk. My wrist tingled due to carpal tunnel syndrome, but compared to how frustrated I felt inside, it was just a minor itch. The game called Reality clearly had its balance patch done with someone's feet. The reward for the main quest, child-rearing, is a pittance, but the penalties are too harsh. And you can't even log out whenever you want. Who would want to play such a shitty game? It's not that I hate children. In fact, just seeing the soft cheeks of passing babies makes me scream internally. Gah, so cute. But I had absolutely no confidence to live like Manager Choi. I didn't want to give my own child the look of, Mom got scolded at work because of you. Nor did I want to pass on the debt of, you have to grow up and pay back the seniors' pensions. Giving birth in reality was a hell mode raid that was impossible to clear with just love. After work, having filled my stomach with a convenience store lunchbox, I sprawled out on my bed without even washing. The mold on the wallpaper of my 5-Pyong studio apartment looked distorted, like the graph of my life. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. It was time to turn off reality and turn on my real world.
Log in.
I heard the click of a switch in my brain. The tedious wrist pain and the damp smell of my studio apartment blurred away, and a familiar interface, UI, appeared in the darkness before my eyes. System, my dream life, loading complete. Play mode, third-person omniscient author point of view. Before my eyes, or rather on the screen in my head, a magnificent mansion unfolded in a top view. I wasn't the one entering that house myself. Like a player sitting in front of a giant monitor, I was looking down at this world. I scrolled my mental mouse wheel to zoom in the camera. The roof became transparent, revealing the interior of the house clearly. My baby, doing great work with that beauty today as well. In the middle of the living room stood my alter ego, Avatar Kim, hereinafter referred to as Avatar. She was on a different level from the shriveled-up version of me in reality. A look that I spent 3 days customizing. Skin without a single blemish, a 9, head, to body ratio and wearing luxury loungewear as if she had cleaned out an entire department store. Above Avatar's head, a green diamond, status marker, representing her mood, was shining brilliantly. Current status: very happy, all needs met. I moved my finger, mouse cursor, and clicked on Avatar. I should feed her first. Koreans live on rice power. In reality, I ate a lunchbox right before it was discarded by the convenience store, but I can't feed my avatar such trash. I clicked the refrigerator and brought up the menu list.